we're in Houston with Dr. Isabelle Ganz. Welcome.
Hello, everyone.
Yeah, that's great. You're a private lessons member with us, and we appreciate it.
I certainly am.
So tell me, we're in Houston, and we're near a hall here, so...
We're in downtown Houston.
Okay.
We're in front of the Hobby Center, and I'm performing tonight in Zilka Hall.
Okay.
And
what is the program? What is the event?
it is called Memories of Spain, and it's a dance company.
Oh, wonderful.
And I do Sephardic music, and there's a flamenco singer, and all sorts of wonderful things that we do in
That's
Spain.
wonderful. You're originally from New York. You're
Originally from New York.
transplant
Yeah.
to Houston area.
Yeah.
But you told me you absolutely love it here.
Well, I love lots of it. I do not love the weather.
It's a little hot. What is it, 115 degrees today?
Yeah,
I don't know,
something
something
like
like that. Yeah.
It's desert-like.
We're on the same page with that. It's hot.
Exactly.
It's hot. But there's a lot going on culturally here. It's wonderful to see that.
Exactly.
And
There's
music.
a lot happening there. Orchestra, ballet, symphony.
You are a voice teacher, right? And you teach privately, but you're also on the faculty in
Of Lamar,
Beaumont, yeah?
Lamar University in Beaumont, Texas.
But so you're expert. Obviously, you work with classical singers, right? And
Primarily classical and Broadway.
Broadway. Okay. So your private students get the benefit of your expertise in both genres.
Well, that's true of all teachers.
Yeah, isn't it wonderful? Yeah. Tell me,
Yeah.
you also have your own ensemble.
I have
Let's
my own
talk a little bit about
ensemble in New York, based in New York, and we do Sephardic music.
Okay. And what is the combination of instruments? You sing? Do you dance?
I sing. I also play shawm. I also play percussion.
Oh, okay.
And the instruments are Middle Eastern instruments.
So the entire thing is Middle Eastern flavor.
Middle Eastern flavor.
Right. Tell me about the language that you sing in. That's Ladino, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Very, very clever. Yes, it's the language of Ladino, which is essentially 15th century Spanish mixed with Hebrew.
Right.
And then after the expulsion of
Right.
the Jews and the Moors in 1492, we added Turkish and Arabic,
There's a lot of influences.
French.
Yeah. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Great. And it's great. And now, is a Spanish-speaking person, could they pick up enough?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
so they'll
they understand it.
How did you ever learn Ladino?
Well, it's easy enough if you know Spanish.
Let's talk about knowing Spanish. How do you know Spanish?
I studied Spanish in the school because in New York, all the Jewish storekeepers kept giving me the prices in Spanish because they assumed I was a Latina. So I said, I better learn this language.
That is absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
So a little bit about tonight's performances. Now, is this a local group that is performing?
This
and what is the name?
A local ballet company, yes. Yes.
Okay.
And it's called Dance Path Theater.
Are you affiliated with them in any way, or you do?
Well, I know the director, of course,
okay.
and I have worked with the other musicians. One young woman who is playing kanun, which is like a trapezoidal zither, and her husband, who is from Lebanon, who is playing the oud.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I'm so glad that we had a chance to meet. I know that you're, after this interview, you're rushing into a dress rehearsal.
Yeah. But
Costume,
I'm
right?
happy to be on privatelessons.com because living in this vicinity and not directly in New York City, I get a lot of inquiries.
Oh, that's wonderful.
You know, and of course we don't all take all of the inquiries.
Sure,
but
sure.
the ones that sound promising, yes, I've gotten some wonderful students.
Well, that's great. Well, this is the purpose. If you can help somebody, that is the purpose of our network. But it is, when I travel, it is just absolutely wonderful to meet people like yourself that are teachers and love what they do and are also performers.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice little snapshot of the kind of network that we have and the people that are
Exactly. In fact, I'd like to meet them too. It'd be nice to have a meeting someday.
Well, sometime we would have to develop some sort of a conference.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
in the meantime, I do crisscross the country, and I'm very grateful for the time you spent with us today.
Yeah, thank you,
you.
Genna.